All right, hi everybody, Mr. Pash here. This is going to be a second step, quick guide to getting started with the color wheel mandala. I like saying mandala, not mandala. I wish this man had some dollars, but I don't. Just kidding, I do. I'm rich. Just kidding again, I'm broke. Anyways, let's get started. So, let's see. So we start off with some designs here from the last video. What I now recommend is whatever design you want to start off with, outline it in black. Why are we doing that? Because we're going to trace it, okay? So I have a light box here. I'm assuming most of you guys do not have light boxes. So what are we going to use? We're going to use a window. I can't demo how to use a window because I don't want to set up my camera that way, but this will work exactly the same way. So what you guys want to do is print out this template here, which is on your assignment page. This is designed for a 9x12 sheet, so you can see it got cut off a little bit because this is 8.5 by 11, our standard letter paper, but still something we can work with. You want to take your final paper, okay? Hopefully it's the thicker 90 to 100 pound mixed media paper. And you will see that even though that paper's thick, once we put it over that window, we will see the design pop out, okay? So align it exactly how you want. Maybe put a little bit of tape on the back and start tracing very lightly, okay? If you can see the lines, you're good to go. It does not have to be dark, because guaranteed if you got dark pencil and you don't, mix the paint appropriately, that pencil will show through, okay? So with these curves, we're gonna lightly outline, try to do kind of more elongated lines as you go through, okay? Those parts that got cut off, we'll have to just kind of make those up, figure out where that curve is supposed to be. And then what you guys will want to do is take some sort of ruler or straight edge rather than doing it by hand and lining up these lines, these slices, one by one. Make sure they go right through the center there, okay? So line it up appropriately. Notice where the tip of your pencil is going to be. Sometimes it's off to the side. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra space. Nice light line. Again, if you guys can see it, it's there, okay? And so we're gonna go through, and those will be my last one, because I already have a finished version, okay? So that's what it'll look like, start looking like there. Now these grids in between, you don't really necessarily need to redraw those in, because you already did it, okay? Those were just to kind of help you map out and measure. So there's no use doing that unless you're not doing it this way and you want to kind of do your own design freehand using those grids outside of the slices, which is a little hard to explain. But if you look at some of the examples that I posted on the page, you'll notice that, shapes can be a little bit different, a lot larger. You can utilize 2 slices for one huge shape, or maybe 3 slices for one huge shape that goes through. Anyways, we're gonna keep it to the basics here. All right, so let's kind of look at that. Okay, here's a finished version. Okay, fully mapped out. I put in some circles in there, not really necessary though. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is take our design that we did and outline it in black, and we're going to take our outline sketch, we'll see it again, and we're going to line it up. We're going to put it up close to the window, make sure it's lined up appropriately right in the center there, and we're going to take our pencil pretty light and start drawing in those lines. So you guys don't have to freehand each design. You could use your own design as a template to help you, okay? Some of you guys might feel pretty good about freehanding it, but this will also help ensure that Everything gets lined up. Everything looks about the same size. Okay. Now there's one part of this that I messed up, and that's this diamond shape. You'll notice when I copy it to the left-hand side, I didn't match it appropriately left or right, because this part is going to go over here when I copy it again. So watch, you'll see. And it looks like I lined this up pretty well. Okay, see what that looks like there. Now I'm going to go to the second slice here. Make sure it lines up pretty well. Okay, pretty decent. Okay, you can see, I'll zoom in here. I'll move this over just a little bit. Messed that up, sorry about that. Get this in a little bit more. You can see that the diamond's kind of off. So if that happens when you guys are lining things up, okay, just use your common sense here. Make sure the shapes do match up. Looks like I did well with the leaf. See how this left side matches up with the right side here? A little crisscross here, but that's okay. But this one, the diamond, I gotta just kind of freehand and draw by hand. Make sure it lines up right in the center there. Okay. So make sure you guys do that. That's when it's important to do a light pencil, because you might still need to do some erasing just to clean some stuff up. Just in case, okay? This looks like a little off. Let's see, let's line this up a little bit more. Finish this part. And so now you'll really see, it's kind of like creating those snowflakes in elementary school where you fold and you cut out different shapes and then you open it up and you got this different design. That's what you guys are going to see here. You know, when you design the slice, it's going to have a totally different aspect as you copy it all the way around. Okay, so really as you copy, make sure it's matching up right in the center of those slices. Make sure they're not off, because it will look off. And yeah, so once you have this completely done, you are going to now figure out, if you haven't mapped out already, where you're going to put the hues, where you're going to put the tints, where you're going to put the tones, as well as aspects of white, black, and gray in there.